everybody. The show's about to get started in a few. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show, get yourself a nice drink, and we'll get started soon. Here I thought I was unmuted and I just noticed that I was on mute. So that entrance just gone. So we'll try this again. What is up, everybody in the comic book community? It's me, Izzy. I am here today to talk a little bit about the comic books, what's trending, what's new, talk a little bit about what's going on and everything. With me this week, we're going to have a special guest, and I'm going to bring him out right now. So Beckerman just made the house. What's going on, dude?
Oh, not much. How's it going, Izzy?
Good. I see you were dollar bin diving.
Yep. Instructor. I'm an instructor, actually.
Oh, okay. So how's it been, man? How's everything?
Good. Just recovering from C3 financially, and I watched a lot of YouTube this weekend and fell asleep to a lot of YouTube this weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Yesterday when they were doing the marathon of comic books, the morning I'm always in church, and then after I come home, I was like, I went out to have a little bit of a late lunch with my wife, and we're at the restaurant, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm just making sure they hit the goal. I'm making sure they hit the goal." And she goes, "You're not gonna be watching it the whole time, are you?" It's like, no. I just want to see if they hit the goal. And at that particular time, they went. Obviously, we went past the goal, but yeah, I'm really happy to say, and I'm here to announce it. If you don't know, we hit that goal and we smashed that goal this weekend. Not only did we hit it, we smashed it. So I'm happy to say that. Congratulations to Rob Fatstacks, Legion of Comics, Mark, DJ Links, and everybody that was a part of it. It was a group effort.
Sure.
I'll say that much. But those three guys in particular were the spearhead. So kudos to them. And I'm just gonna throw this out here. They're still collecting donations. So I pinned it on the chat so you can see it's right there. So if you want to leave a donation, you could leave a donation of any size. It doesn't matter what size you leave it. You don't have to be 25, 50, or 75 or 100. You could put it at any size you want to and leave a donation. Let's see if we could get to 60. Who knows? That'd be cool, right?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm tapped. As long as it doesn't come from me. As long as it doesn't come from me.
I've been tapped. That's the hard part. You go do these shows and everybody's already like, "Oh, Izzy, you could throw in more, can you?" Like, dude, you don't know my wallet. My wallet's tapped out. But let's go ahead and say hi to the guys in the chat. He kicked it off and they disappeared in my chat, but Las Cruces was the first as always. So Las Cruces, what's going on? Hooray. We got Trev, the shipping guru. He got to work, but he's gonna have a great one. So he stopped by and left a chat. We got Jean saying hello to the Izzy world in the chat. We got 23 Monk. I can never get the last name. It's Monk. Monch. I don't know why it comes out that way. It's the New York in me, I guess, right? I don't know.
I've made all the jokes I have.
You got me here too. You know what I'm saying? All right. Big time collectibles. Nelson in the gang. What's going on? Oh man, Nelson was a blast over New York Comic Con last week. We had a great time. He is such a good guy. Got a lot of good stuff from him. I'm waiting to see some books come back from CGC. So I'm excited for that. So what's up, Nelson? Also, Yosu collects. Apparently, he got the little dance step because of we got a little techno music that's there. All right,
yeah, I was jamming out in the back.
You know what I'm saying? I always like to have that little opening segment for you guys, so you can have some music in the background, and not that StreamYard music. I put new music in there every week. You gotta have something a little different. We'll get some salsa in there sometime, right? You got Cali Comics, just about time. Yep, Monday Fun Day, part of the Monday night lineup. Hello from New Mexico. The audio's back up. All right. Let's see who else is new here. Oh, we got Phil's Tree live tech support troubleshooting. Genius saying what's up to you, Beckerman. And so is Mark from Legion of Comics. What's going on?
I was just talking to him on the phone before I popped on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We talk daily.
So post C3 is post con coma.
It is very similar. And I wasn't live or anything, and I was just following along, and even I got tired of watching YouTube.
So when I did the sketchy show, that was from 4:30 to 7. Afterwards, I was gonna see if I could spend some time hanging out at CJ's Comics Journey, and I came out with like this massive headache. I just went straight to bed. I was in bed by 9 o'clock. I tried to peep a little bit of DJ Links, but I didn't get a chance to.
Poor Rob had to power through his migraine yesterday.
Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Yeah, that's a reality. And yep, 51K. I think we're gonna go over that, man. It's still there. Thank you for the aspirin. We'll see if Callie could get some. There goes Taylor Winder. What's up, Taylor Winder? We got Ryan Riley. What's up? Hey, a guy who first showed up at the sketchy show. Freaky Louie, what's going on, my man? How you doing?
Freaky.
Freaky was having that. Did you see his Mario?
Oh, he's so creative. I love him.
Yeah, he was great. You got Daniel Carpenter. What's going on, Daniel? Regular to the show. Scotty Vaughn, make sure to hit that like and subscribe, because it's Monday night and we are here to get started. And that's the chat. All right. So before we start talking about what's trending and what's new, it's time to show you guys what I'm going to be giving out in today's giveaway. So let me go ahead and turn off the background for a second so you guys can see it. I'm going to keep in theme of what the thumbnail is saying.
Will it help if I turn mine off too here?
Yeah, here you go. So nice one.
Does that work?
Yeah, that works. Look at that face. That's a beautiful face right there. You get those screenshots, man. It's crazy. All right, let's go ahead and do this solo view for a second. So we're going to start off with Captain Marvel. Now, this is the scroll variant. This is Captain Marvel 38 Legacy 172. So that's going to be part of today's giveaway. I figured do Captain Marvel in the scroll variant because, we just came off a Secret Invasion, and now we're going to go into the Marvel. So we'll talk a little bit about that today. But then, last night, I took the liberty of watching the color version of Werewolf by Night, which was awesome. It was really cool to see it in color, especially since they did it in like a Technicolor, so they did traditional color. Ooh. So they kind of like painted over, so it looks really cool. So in tradition of that, we got Crypts of Shadows #1 with Man-Thing, and you got X-23 there, so that's always a nice cover.
Jeez, is he just waving your Man-Thing around?
Yeah, he's right there. Just get that Man-Thing out. And since I did watch Werewolf by Night, we got our Moon Knight 25, that giant size. But you got the...
Oh, I want to win.
You want to win now, right?
Yeah, I never got that book, and I like it.
Yeah, so it's right here. So that's for everybody, right? But if you are a channel member or if you leave a super chat of any size, doesn't matter what size is it, it'll automatically qualify you for the book of... I'm going to call this the book of the week. All right. And that's Unnatural Orders #1, the C3 edition. But the best part is that it is signed by Matt Wilson. So this will be going to some lucky person if you are a channel member or if you leave a super chat. So it could be a super chat of any size, super sticker. It doesn't matter what you do. It will automatically qualify you. Or if you are already a channel member, this book is going to your pack. So those are the books for today. So let's exit out that solo layer.
And what do the people have to do for that? Or do they got to wait till the end? You make them wait till the end, don't you?
We wait till the end. But you guys know the hashtag already. So let's do that hashtag IzzyVerseNYC. I missed that hashtag.
But he ain't going to tell you if you win, so you better come back.
Yeah, exactly.
If you think you're going to dip out, you got another thing coming.
We got Adam Lata. What's going on, Adam? Welcome to the show. Comic Caps Collectible. Now, I was going to see him over the weekend last week, but we never crossed paths. So during New York Comic Con. So that's that. We got 3 Good Nerds. What's going on there? And I already see it. Hashtag IzzyVerseNYC. Oh, yeah. Look at it. They already started. Look, Taylor Winder started. They started.
He won't win.
Yeah. Getting close. Yeah, we're getting close. We're like 60 away from 2K. So working on that.
You're almost at 2K?
I'm almost at 2K, man. Working hard on the 2K.
Well, I'll make sure to sub soon.
Well, that was the best part because who was it? It was Rob. Rob was like, "Oh yeah, I can't leave a message." It's like, "Oh, that's because I'm not subbed." And I was like, "Really, Rob? Really?" You get caught at those moments. That's when you get caught. What's up, Black Spiders? Now the thing is, I always leave the chat. In order to leave in the chat, you actually have to be subbed. So that's how that works. So I like that little feature there. Anyway, let's talk about what's coming up. Let's talk about what's trending. So with that said, let's get that video up. Key Collector app here, and we're going to look at the top 20 comic books for this week. Let's get started with this book, man. Bloodstrike #1. I fixed. Oh yeah, There we go. That's more.
This is all based on that proof of concept video?
Yes, that is all based on. Now, this is the epitome of 90s comic books. I have a copy of this book.
I think everybody does.
Yeah, there's like a billion of them, wasn't there?
There's a lot of them, and I mean, it was all hot at the time.
But this is when you knew Rob Liefeld was just taking other characters and just reinventing them. This was that moment.
I mean, I think he's been always pretty clear about his formula. You know, Cable was Terminator, and you know, are his characters derivative? Yes, but you almost have to say hats off to the foresight, because from the beginning he broke into comics. Yeah. His recipe was the same everywhere. Create a bunch of new characters. He doesn't want to tell a story with your characters because you don't get paid good using your characters. So just chock the market full of your own stuff and make better money.
Exactly. I agree. Now, when you look at this cover, it's clear that the characters are taken from other characters, like you said, right? That character in the bottom, straight out of Wolverine. You got another Cable that he created, and then he just had fun, you know. And this was part of the Extreme Universe, the Extreme Studios. So it's all the guys that were drawing just like him. So it's demanding a high of $10. Trust me, this is talking about dollar bin diving. This is a dollar bin diving book.
Yeah, go to your dollar bins, get these books.
Do not overpay for this.
I'm not a huge fan of Bloodstrike as a character. It's literally the characters in it are named Cain and Abel, and it literally is the story from the Bible.
Now there is a variant. There is a variant. I also happen to have that variant. That had the small trade dress. Remember that they did like that little small trade dress and stuff. So, like I said, do not overpay for this book. $10 might be too much too. So,
$10 is way too much. That's crap.
Now,
I don't think this book is worth that price tag either.
Well, it's because it's hot on demand. That's right, which is Gargoyles, right? Now, this book here is getting steam because of James Wan. James Wan is set to create a live-action TV series. So they want to do a Disney Plus series out of Gargoyles. Cool. I'll be honest. I did not watch Gargoyles. I was a little older for that, and it felt weird watching a Disney version of a comic book, because it was definitely Disney. But every time I keep hearing more and more about it, I'm definitely going back to watch it, because I hear so much good things about Gargoyles. Did you ever watch Gargoyles?
I watched the cartoon. I liked it. I followed it all the way until they came back from Avalon. When they met King Oberon and all of that. I loved this story. I actually own this comic book a few times over, but I never paid. I don't think I ever paid more than a few bucks for it. No. It wasn't rare. It wasn't scarce. There's plenty of copies out there.
Yeah, I agree. But it's still a kid's comic, and when it comes to kids comics, it may not be scarce, but to find a high grade may be difficult. You're looking at Mark's
comment. Yeah, so I was telling him before this show that I went really hard. Do you remember in like 2015, 2016, 2017, somewhere around there, Chris Pratt was attached to a movie, and they started filming and everything, and they casted it. And then that James Gunn stuff happened with Guardians 3, and they canceled it.
No, I don't.
So this was a comic book from 2009, 2010. Now you want to talk about scarce? Cowboy Ninja Viking is scarce. It wasn't mass produced. So there are a limited amount of copies out there. And I did my version of hoard that book, and it was like the first spec. Like, I think it was like one of Key Collector's first books they ever spotlighted.
Really?
And wow! I was like, I need to go out and get me some before it spikes, and it did. Like, I could have unloaded the copies I got, Because I think I was buying them for about $25 a piece.
Oh, okay.
My local shop had a bunch, so I picked them. Yeah, Cowboy Ninja Viking though, cool story. If anybody ever wants to check it out, it's a guy with three personalities. He's a cowboy, a ninja, and a Viking, all in one operative's head.
And that's why Taylor Winder's saying congratulations on your indie Moon Knight book.
Yeah, that's essentially what it was. Yeah. I did like some of his opponents that were also triplets though. Like he went up against Apache interior designer therapist.
Was it a bit of a dramedy kind of book?
Yeah, so they had no idea of what three personalities from history they would get.
Yeah.
Probably the most like centered character in the series, like the one that had their crap most together was pirate, gladiator, oceanographer.
Why is the last one always the crazy one of the bunch, like the oddball of the bunch? The oceanographer. Oh my goodness, that's too funny.
Oh boy.
Moving on the list, here's a book. Now this image doesn't do its justice because this is one of those graphic novels. Void Indigo, which is a Marvel graphic novel, is the 11th. This was one of those books that was like it was meant to be an epic title, but it seems to be getting some kind of traction. I don't know exactly for what reason, but it says controversial issues due to panels of extreme torture of new men and women. It's a Marvel book, so I can understand why it became controversial. But this book came out in '84. Have you ever heard of this book? Because this is the first time I actually.
This is actually one of the ones I'm missing. Because I spent all my time grabbing extra copies of the first appearance of Wolfpack, which was the graphic novel either right before or after this one. Yeah, never read it. Definitely heard of it. It's on my list to complete for all my Marvel graphic novel series, but it's one of the ones I'm missing.
Well, I'm sure it's going to pop up sooner or later. If people are looking for it now, right? You'll probably see it somewhere pop up like in an eBay or something like that now.
They're not as common as you'd think. You don't see them out in the wild a lot.
I don't think they made a high orders of those graphic novels.
Well, I mean, the ones that got reprinted to death did, like New Mutants and
God Kills. God Loves.
I'm thinking of The Death of Captain Marvel, the first one.
I was thinking about that one too. That was the first one too. It's a really interesting book to have. And it's in that prestige style format too, right? It wasn't your traditional format either, was it? It wasn't traditional comics as you can remember.
It was. Mark's making me laugh.
What he's saying now?
Scotty asked everybody to hit the like button.
Oh yeah, Scotty does that all the time, man. That's his thing.
So Mark went to his channel and hit the like button.
All right, here's another old book of the days, but this one I understand its purpose. Star Slayers #2 came out way back in 1982. What is the significance of this book?
Isn't it Rocketeer?
Yep, it's the first appearance of Rocketeer. Now they're saying
who?
The Rocketeer. You know, Rocketeer, not the Rocket Man, the Rocketeer.
No, I was quoting the movie.
That's a movie that slipped by me, believe it or not.
You've never seen the Rocketeer?
No, it was a weird time in my life, but I never got a chance to see it. It's always been on my to-do list of movies to watch, and I never did.
Oh, I've never been more proud of the Mafia than when they stood up and said, "Screw you, Nazis. We may be criminals, but we're not hanging out with you."
Oh, now I got Mark angry. I'm sorry, Mark. I will make sure I watch it before the year is up, and we're in October. We're at the end of October practically. I will watch The Rocketeer. It is my promise.
Do a reaction video as the last guy to watch The Rocketeer.
I don't know. I'll be the last guy to watch The Rocketeer. I know there's plenty of people that haven't seen The Rocketeer. But man, who knows? Maybe we can do a reaction.
Everybody's like offended.
I know,
even
right?
Chris, the comic vet, he's only watched like 4 movies.
One of the better. That's right. It was a Disney movie. I remember. I do remember when it came out. It came out in the early '90s, right?
Legion's comment, please. That's the line.
Yes, I have seen The Princess Bride multiple times. It's my wife's favorite movie, so I have to see it.
So Legion's comment is, I may not make an honest buck, but I'm 100% American. That's when the mobsters stand up to the Nazis. Such a great scene. Oh, I loved it.
Yeah. So the reason why it's in this list is because they are developing a new movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh boy, here we go. We got CJ. Yep. But the development's back up, so it looks like it's back up. I'm just sad that it has this cover. It's the Star Slayer cover, and it's just the Rocketeer's a backup story. So it will be nice to get like the first cover of the Rocketeer. And the comment vent 17% American.
I'm 100% disappointed.
Speaking of 90s goodness, Web of Spider-Man 118, the first appearance of Ben Reilly as the Scarlet Spider. What are your memories of the Scarlet Spider and the clone?
Stephen Butler will be so happy.
And why is that?
Oh, because he makes a pretty good living going to cons and selling recreations of this cover.
I personally, I remember when the Clone Saga first came out, how everyone hated it because it just went too long. How long was that saga? It was like a 2 or 3 year saga that just kept going. It couldn't stop it. CJ, wouldn't you like to know what happened to Smiley?
I like Ben Reilly. I mostly like him because he did join the New Warriors shortly after this.
Yeah.
The New Warriors became a Spider-Man adjacent book. Remember when Spidey had? Well, no. After that, after Bagley leaves the book, do you remember when Spider-Man started doing the Batman thing where you put the symbol in the upper left corner of a book or upper right corner of a book that is associated with that character? So
Batman did it. Superman, they did it with Superman too. Remember, Superman had the little prism. That was the whole thing, to kind of like associated that it was part of its own little mini continuity as well.
Correct.
Like, so they did that. So I remember those days. I like that.
They really slapped that on the New Warriors.
So New Warriors became part of it.
It was because Ben Reilly joined the New Warriors, and then they became a Spider-Man adjacent book.
Good to know.
Which is how you knew the series was about to be canceled, as they were doing anything they could to save it.
That's good. Now, the next one here is DC Comics Presents 52. This is what we call a double key. So the first part of it is that it's the real true nature of this book is that's the first appearance of Ambush Bug, right? But do you happen to know what's the second key of this book?
Is it Ambush Bug?
No, that's the first part of it.
Oh, the Judge Dredd thing?
Yes, the Judge Dredd look-alike, as we will call it, because it wasn't really Judge Dredd, but it was supposed to be a first appearance of Judge Dredd in an American comics because the book was written by the passing of Keith Giffen, who just recently passed away. So that's why this book is in this list, because of the Keith Giffen.
Predators, man. That, to me, if I was gonna go out and read some Keith Giffen books, this would not. I mean, I like Ambush Bug, fine comedy character, but I feel like his best work was the Dark Universe stuff, or was it Dark Galaxy? I can never remember. But it's Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah, Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah, it was a 12
Lobo.
Story.
Everybody knows Lobo. He's famous for Lobo as well. He's done a lot of stuff, and Justice League. His time in Justice League was priceless. What we got
Taylor Winder's comment, your mom's a double key.
Oh, yeah. If you only knew. It was a TA Dread.
District Attorney Dread.
What's up, C Bizzles in the house? Also, Brian LCS is in the house. What's going on, guys? All right, let's move on to our next book, which, oh, God, why does this book have to be in this list? And that's Thor 319. I like Thor. Now, this is the first appearance of Zaniac. It was confirmed in the second episode of Loki, spoiler alert, that the guy who becomes Zaniac is in the show. And that's the only reason why this book is here. Literally.
Well, that's a stupid reason to have that book here. If you didn't care about it before Loki, you shouldn't care about it now.
Well, they didn't do much with it. So the character that would be Zaniac was one of the TVA officials. So one of the TVA, soldiers or whatever you want to call them. He went back in time and created the Zaniac character. So the Zaniac is just meant to be a movie character that he created. So that's why this book is here. If this, it's 1982. It's
shocked, I tells you, Taylor. Shocked.
Yeah. It's almost as if it's a dumb list. Well, this was not. The next two books are actually, you can put them together. Batman 429 and Batman 428, part 3 and 4 of A Death in the Family, which is most notably known for the death of Robin.
Jason Todd,
exactly.
Who is now back.
Who returned, and he returned. They originally brought him back in Hush, but that wasn't really him. That was Clayface.
He's back now,
but he's back, and he's better than he was before. Because I gotta admit that when he was Jason Todd Robin, he was terrible.
So everybody who called that 900 number wasted their money.
Well, it said that 72 people vote. The vote was by 72 people. So for those of you who don't know, back in '89, they did a 1-900 number to make your decision whether you wanted to kill Robin or not. Should Robin live or die? And it was a difference of 72 votes that was for his death. So, however, the creative team behind it, which is Jim Starlin and Jim Aparo, right? They didn't know what the answer was going to be, so they decided to do both of them. So the reason why it's in the list now is that they're going to release the alternate ending with him living, which is, if you ever seen,
isn't that just current comic books as the alternate?
Yeah, exactly. So a variant ending, right? So have you ever seen the I'm sure you've seen the cover of him, Jason living, and Batman's holding him with the happiest face. He's like, he lives. Meanwhile, Jason's still like burned and things like that. But yeah, I will agree with Chris. The Mignola covers are amazing. I personally
Legion
like the
hitting
Robin.
you with the knowledge, by the way, is he?
Yeah, it was him in Hush. Yeah, I do remember that series. But I do recall reading that when I first picked up that book, and they made the reveal that it was Robin, Jason Todd. That was a good cliffhanger when I read it, because I was reading it month to month, that story when he was doing the return in the Hush storyline. So it was good. And then it turned out the following issue that it wasn't him. But I was absolutely shocked. Right? And it was 72 virgins that decided the fate of Robin.
Taylor, how did you come up with money to call a 900 number?
Well, they're saying it was a robocaller. That's what they're saying. We got the adventurous Joe. What's going on? He meant to say gang. That's why he corrected himself. It happens to all of us.
I agree with Comic Vet though. Those covers are awesome.
Yeah, this Robin is amazing. I love this one. Josh looks pissed off. Yeah, Josh, Josh had something going on, so we settled for Beckerman.
So did my wife.
Oh man! All right, here's another book in the list here. Edge of Spider-Verse #2. Of course, we know this book. This is the first appearance of Spider-Gwen. I don't have any reason why it's in the top 10 other than people want to get some more Spider-Gwen comics.
Yeah,
that's pretty much all I could think of. I don't know if there's any spec behind it.
Is that number real? I haven't tracked that book in a long time.
So they get their estimates from the sales at sea, and it says a high of
Has somebody
550.
actually spent more than $500 on that book?
And these are supposed to be the raw versions.
Oh,
yeah.
I have one, and I wouldn't spend that much. Mine's even remarked in the corner.
Check it out, DVH. Who? You're a national treasure, Beckerman.
Well, not in England. I'm not. Just here.
Shopster Comics was going. He just picked up his third printing. All right, we got Geek Out with Roscoe. Just to let everybody know, Between the Lines has been postponed for today. We need to give Roscoe a break, man. It's been a long weekend for all of us. So, all right, here's another book that's on the list, and that's because Batman Gotham by Gaslight. This book is awesome, the Victorian era Batman, but this was the launch of the Elseworld imprint, which I'm happy to say is officially back. And I'm happy because I love me some Elseworlds.
What's your favorite?
Red Sun actually is one of my favorites. I like Red Sun. I love the fact that when you saw it, you thought it was going to be like Superman was a villain, but he really wasn't. He just, it was just communism. It was just different, but it was the Cold War era. I like their little how Luthor made his version of Bizarro and stuff. So it was really cool. Mark Miller did a good job in that story. And Dave Johnson.
I'm waiting for Legion of Comics to comment, but he didn't. I think he might have left. He might
have stepped out. Stuff like that. But what's your favorite Elseworld story?
So is Kingdom Come Elseworlds, right?
Yes, Kingdom Come is definitely Elseworlds.
Yes, I was making sure. Mm-hmm. So yeah, duh, Kingdom Come.
Yeah, and TVH is correct. Black Label is technically Elseworlds, but the difference...
I thought Black Label was technically Vertigo.
I think Black Label is more Vertigo than Elseworlds, though I honestly wish we had Vertigo back. I know I had this conversation before. People say Vertigo was more about the editor. Yeah, but I personally like Vertigo. There was something mystique about it that I enjoyed. Elseworlds, what I like about Elseworlds is that unlike Black Label is just out of continuity. That's what it really is. It's out of continuity storytelling, which allows the creative team the opportunity to do whatever they want with the character, right? But it could still be a version of Batman that you know and love, right? Or where Elseworld is like, we're going to put Batman in a different setting, in a different universe. So it's not the same Batman. Personally, with Gotham by Gaslight, in the animated series, which I don't remember if they did it in the book because it's been a long time if I read the book. In the animated series, they had all three Robins in the animated series. But do you remember if it was in the story that they did all three Robins at that time? Or did they did that for the animated? It's been a while, I know. Yeah, but in the animated series, they did all three Robins, and they were just like punk little newspaper boy kids, which was really cool. Right, but this one's back because they are officially bringing back the Elseworlds, and I am happy to see it. All right, splitting hairs over Black Label, Elseworlds, and Vertigo. Now we need to bring the Max. We need to bring back Max Comics. We need to bring back Epic Comics. Why not? Let's do it all. Is
that what you were talking about? I haven't watched Gotham by Gaslight.
No, it's really good. It's actually really good. Really good. So the animated series is good. The animation is really good. I believe it's rated R. Describe the Robins from Gaslight.
Mark's really good at reading my mind.
How about New Universe? Anybody likes New Universe? Screwed up their division, Brandy. Okay. We're having a blast here. Okay, next book in our list here is
first Thor book I ever read.
Really? Good pick.
Well, in a collected works.
So tell me what's the significance behind this book, man?
first Beta Ray.
Yeah.
And the first time I ever saw a helicarrier drawn, and I thought it was like the coolest page ever.
Really?
Oh, that Simonson art,
Simonson's
like when,
amazing,
because it starts off, Shield calls Thor in. They picked something up, and oh man, it was so cool. That art just grabbed me, man.
I love Simonson.
I never knew comic books would look like that. I'd only read a few by this point, and we were in a bookstore or something, and my mom said I could pick something out, and I was looking at comic books, and I think this might be the first trade paperback I ever picked up.
Oh, that's cool. That's definitely a good book to pick as a trade paperback. All right. So CJ loves New Universe.
Speedball was supposed to originally be a New Universe character.
Ah, there we go. We knew something was coming. We knew there would be some Speedball talk. Where you want superheroes but want them to wear baggy jumpsuits.
Oh, that's Scotty. Daniel Warren Johnson did a homage to this cover, and I had him sign it at C2E2, and then I ended up giving it to Scotty Vaughn when I met him in Tennessee.
Oh, okay, cool.
This summer when I was driving through to get to Heroes.
So
hold on.
With that said, something's up. Oh, you're looking at his last comment? Legion wants you to read his last comment. So there it is. Well, he's asking, Oh, there we go. We got Dirge. He just woke up from a nap.
Wow, CJ. Speaking of Speedball, let's go to the next book.
All right.
Speedball was created by Steve Ditko.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Before I move on with Thor 337, there is a rumor that they ended up putting a TV spot for the Marvels. Now, they're having a problem. Marvel Studios, Disney's having a problem right now with the Marvels. It's not tracking well. It's not doing a good job. It's not getting tickets sold. So what they ended up doing, they did a TV spot where someone comes in using a Bifrost, and you don't know who it is, but it's implied that it's Thor. Kind of a way to tell the people, hey, Thor's going to be in this movie, so come see this movie, right? But there is also a rumor that it could very well be Beta Ray. And that's why this book has some spec to it. So there you have it. Now, speaking about another book here that is a first appearance, you got the first appearance of the Creeper, Showcase 73. Whew. How do you like the Creeper? Do you like the Creeper? And who is the Creeper?
Ditko created character except for Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Who is the Creeper? Explain to the world who the Creeper is.
Well, he's a Steve Ditko creation because, of course, he's a journalist out to discover the truth. By day and by night, he's a snappy dresser.
Yeah, those trunks, man, they were something. It's not even that he had the trunks; it's that they were striped.
How many Steve Ditko creators or creations are either involved in the news, a photographer, or some way of uncovering the truth?
An investigator.
Yeah, an investigator. It's like every Steve Ditko character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Here's one that's near and dear to my heart. Uncanny X-Men 244, the first appearance of
M Squad.
What was that?
M Squad?
No, M Squad is in it, but this is the first appearance of Jubilee, baby.
Yeah,
I'm so happy that this is in the list. I'm just happy because that's my girl.
I can literally purchase her superpowers at a truck stop in Missouri,
and that's perfectly fine by me. I always enjoy. What for me was the name, her actual full name. The fact that Chris Claremont just said, screw it, we're gonna call her Jubilation Lake. That's her real name, which I thought was hilarious. Like in my mind, I was like, what parents will actually name their kids Jubilation? And then I said to myself, well, I'm gonna be that parent that named his kid Jubilation Lake. And lo and behold, my firstborn name is Jubilation Lee. So there you have it, guys.
And at what age did she attack you the first time?
No, she loves her name. She actually loves her name. You know, and we call her Jubilee for short and all that stuff. But it is fun when people ask for her name and they ask for the spelling of it. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't spell jubilation. So there you have it. Another teenage character, Batman 655, the first cameo appearance of Damian Wayne. All right, the debate. Would you call this a first appearance or not? This is unlike Gambit.
Well,
because I've seen this book.
I don't care because I own it.
I own both copies. I own
get them all.
Yeah. You know what? He's in silhouette form the whole time. So you get like two pages.
They just pick whatever they want.
You know.
This was the part of the show I was really dreading, Izzy. Spec talk.
Come on. How about some Thundercats?
Don't own this book. Like
really?
Thundercats as a kid, yeah.
I always thought this cover was weird to me because, man, does Lionel have a tan?
Probably a coloring error.
Yeah, it's definitely a coloring error, but man, it's bad. I knew he was orange, but I didn't know he was that orange. And this part of the now defunct Star Comics. We were talking about Elseworlds. We were talking about Epic Comics, Vertical. Who wants Star Comics back?
Not me.
No, Taylor Winder. He is not doing Thundercats. Thundercats is going to be a Dynamite production. So Dynamite is going to be doing Thundercats, and DNA is be doing the covers. So David Nakayama has a cover coming up. I don't know who's the creative team behind it, but they are bringing Thundercats back because why not? Let's bring back all these kind. And CJ loves Star Comics. Look, they kicked ass for him.
I'm glad.
He's happy. All right. Another 90s goodness. Batman 497. Bane breaks Batman's back. What I remember was the insane artwork of Kelly Jones during this time.
People either like Kelly Jones or they dislike Kelly Jones. So I like the pointy ears and
I love the pointy ear. The higher the better for me.
Yeah.
When it comes, and
I don't mind it. Let's put it this way: it doesn't take me out of the story.
No, I think it's an aesthetic for him. Another thing is that look. There is no human being besides Brock Lesnar that looks like that.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Look at those shoulders. Like those arms are insane.
He didn't skip Trap Day.
No, he did not. But then again, that's Venom. You know what I mean? So that book's in the list there. And we have Amazing Spider-Man #4, the first appearance of Silk as the character.
You, Taylor.
What are you saying now? I missed that one.
Oh, he's making fun of my deep statement of. Well, I know a lot of people hate on Kelly Jones Batman. I
don't. I loved Kelly Jones.
But there is a lot of haters out there.
Yeah, they are. They don't understand. It's a style. It's a look. You know?
Legion telling you, and this guy, he does have a pretty good record at picking what's going to be the big keys. Get a 9.8 now, he says.
Yep. For this
I have this book because Alan gave it to me.
Yeah, I missed this. I missed out on this one. This was one of those, when the original Sin came out, I did not pick Amazing Spider-Man. I didn't pick that book out. I picked up some of the other ones, but I didn't pick this one out. Looking back now, I was like, darn it. But I'll be okay. I'll live. Here's a book that we sold. I was able to sell for C3, and that's Wolverine 88. I gave away an Adam Kubert cover. And here it is on the list. So somebody walked away with this book. I don't know what they got it for, but I know they did. I know that DJ was able to get this book here. What do you think about this book? I always personally loved Adam Kubert's take of this book, especially the silhouette version of Deadpool and Wolverine. And I know there's a whole bunch of different versions of this book.
I think it's a crap cover, and I think it's a crap reason that it's worth whatever craziness. $100. People are stupid if they buy that issue for $100.
So you don't like the Adam Kubert version?
You know what? I'm about to unleash on the next book too, and I like Scotty Young, but this is stupid too, and the price points on his stupid Batman book that drops tomorrow.
Well, like, that's because it's his first DC book.
Who cares?
Somebody does.
This book is not worth $85. The last book wasn't worth $100. If there are honestly people out there, you know, following this advice, I beg them to stop.
Give it time to cool down. You know what I mean? That's what I got to say about this. But DVH, he's with you on it. He's not into the TV.
I'm not saying it's a fine Scotty Young cover, but it shouldn't be more than $5-10, whatever the cover price is. What did it sell for? 20?
It sold for 25 through his website. So it was a website exclusive. It wasn't a New York Comic Con exclusive. It wasn't anything like that. It wasn't by a store or retailer. It was strictly his shop. And he's doing the same thing with the Batman cover.
No wonder him and Megan eat out every day over in Overland Park. Mm-hmm. My God.
Yep. There you have it. What's happening, John?
Racket.
Yep, there you go. But those are the trending books of the week. Yeah. A lot of 90s stuff. It was a big 90s.
If people enjoy that, that's fine. I'm not taking anything from them. It was just starting to ache my ass at the end of there. Some of those prices, if those are real prices, wow.
Those are the prices that they're getting it from. So, guys, just to let everybody know, we left the link up for you if you want to still donate for Comics Curing Cancer. It's a good cause. We hit 51K. We could still continue getting it bigger. Also, you got the Monday night lineup right after this show. You got Scotty Vaughn. He's going to be talking to Lazy Fantastic. So it's going to be cool. A couple of guys had to postpone today, but we're going to continue with the Monday night lineup. Let's take a look at what's the top 10 books of the week.
All righty.
All right. So let's see. You're going to be, if you were angry then, you might be angry now. So let's see.
I'm not really. Dazzler #1, not first appearance of Dazzler. That's interesting.
No, they've been flip-flopping. They've been flip-flopping because...
just like Legion of Comics.
Yeah, exactly. So they did talk to the director, and he is not revealing anything, but he practically, without saying yes, he practically said yes. She's in the movie.
Yeah.
So the thing is that you could get the first appearance of Dazzler, which is X-Men 130, which will feature her in the cover, and that's fine. But it appears that the Dazzler cover, the book that actually says Dazzler, might be the hunting book, the book that people are going to be hunting for.
Okay.
Because it says Dazzler. So, and one of the things I've talked to people plenty of times about it. I think the comic book collector could care less. It's not the collector that you have to be afraid of.
The Swifties.
It's the Swifties, and the Swifties are the ones that are going to pick that book up. And the best part about that, if you have a copy and you're selling that book, you're gonna be a happy person.
Did you end up finding your X-Men?
Yeah, I got my copy. I got it signed too.
Nice.
I got it signed. So right now it's off. It's off to CGC to get its nice little coffin, as one of my pals would like to say. So, yeah, Taylor Winder, you're right. Swifties don't know X-Men.
I would also say probably Swifties don't give a crap about buying comic books, but who knows? I mean, here in KC, like any place Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift go, like automatically sells out.
Yeah.
Like you can't get a reservation at the place they had their date at.
Yeah.
It's booked. They had to take their app down.
It's just a connection. That's all it is. It's the fact that this character is being played by by Taylor Swift, or will be played by Taylor Swift, and that's why it's the momentum's down right now. The book is still, especially Dazzler #1, it's still pretty low. Now 130 is starting to climb up. I think the last known sale was like $200 for a raw copy. So it's trajecting upwards, but the Dazzler book itself is the book that I think is people are going to be hunting more for, because they want to see her name rather than X-Men 130.
I always felt the X-Men key that isn't appropriately priced to me for how significant the two characters are.
Yeah.
X-Men 129, first White Queen, first Shadowcat.
I found that in my box. It's a beat up copy though, which upset me, but I have that in my box. The other day I was like, oh.
Is it 129 or 127?
It's 129. It's the one right before.
Yeah.
So 129.
Shadowcat, man.
Yeah.
Classic X-Men. And White Queen is one of the most popular mutants. I mean, she sells cover after cover.
Oh, even now, man.
That's what I mean. Like, popular character.
Mm-hmm. So let's take a look at what's coming out this week. Do you have any books in mind that you're thinking about picking up this week?
Just my pull list.
Okay. So let's
I don't even know what comes out this week.
All right, we're gonna find out right now. So let's go ahead and do it. All right. So you were saying, Becker, before we?
Oh, I was like, educate me, Izzy.
All right, let's get things started as always with Marvel. That'll probably tick off Mark. He's like, why don't you start off with DC? It's like, you can start off,
with 18 titles, Mark.
Start off with 18 titles over at Marvel, which Marvel always goes crazy. Their top books are their #1 books is going to be Captain Marvel #1. Finally, they have a book that's in conjunction with the movies that are coming out, because they didn't do that for the last one. They did nothing for Guardians of the Galaxy. A Guardians of the Galaxy comic book came out after the fact. This is coming out this week, right in time for the Marvels movie. Now, I did a poll, and there was 42 votes into the poll, and the question was, are you going to see the Marvels? So, Beckerman, before I reveal the answer, are you planning to see the Marvels?
I think I said someday.
Someday? All right. I'm seeing it opening weekend, because I always do.
No,
right, so that's something I always do. I always see the movie opening weekend. And it turns out many of you are with Beckerman, and you said someday. In fact, 45% of the votes out of 42 votes said someday. Second was opening weekend for 26%. 14% said wait till it streams. And then 14% said no. But I know who's one of those 14%. I'm almost certain I know who it is.
Hey, Izzy.
Yo.
I don't know if you knew, but I'm a bit of a composer. Like, I like to write songs and music and experiment. Do you mind if I musically address these first 4 books you've put out for us that are coming out from Marvel this week?
Do it.
Hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no.
There you have it, guys. Really?
No to all 4 of these.
Not even Hallows Eve, because Hallows Eve, the last issues were good.
I don't read Spider-Man.
What if they put that Spider-Man logo somewhere in the corner?
If the New Warriors are in it, I'll show up to Hallows Eve.
Okay, I'll let you know. And not even Marvel Zombies, even with that really, really cool Wolverine cover.
I'm tired of the black, white, and blood stuff. Done with it.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's overplayed.
It's a stupid gimmick.
And it's a gimmick both companies are doing, which I thought was weird.
Yeah, I'm done with it. I'm just buying the same book over again. No thanks.
Yeah. So we see here, Chris is gonna go for the zombie anthology because this is an anthology. Well, that's always cool. Comic Journeys with you? Nope.
He's always with me. We're very good friends.
Yeah. Zombies always have great art with bad story. Well, I am definitely, my plan is to get Hallows Eve as well as Marvel Zombies. I have no intentions of getting Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel. Even though Jubilee's in the cover of the Miss Marvel, and you know me and Jubilee. So those are coming out this week. Also, you got Amazing Spider-Man 36. I don't know. I'm hearing that it's starting to pick up, but I kind of, it fell off my radar.
Nope, yep, and nope.
Not even Uncanny Spider-Man. A lot of people like it.
I'm getting Immortal Thor. That's on my
Immortal Thor.
list.
So why are you getting Immortal Thor? How you been liking?
Because Izzy, I've had Thor on my poll list since Moses wore short pants. I have had Thor on my poll list since 1990.
So regardless of whether it is good or not, that's the book you have to pick up.
Yeah.
All right, that works. Captain America #2 is also out this week. Apparently, they already got Spidey in the book. J. Michael Straczynski couldn't help himself. He had to throw in Spidey somewhere. And that's John is picking up Uncanny Spider-Man. Like, surprisingly, that's been a good book. I've been hearing a lot of good things about this book.
I hate that Uncanny Spider-Man ties into the X. Same with, but you just have to call it somewhere. X-Men is the cornerstone of my collection, but I'm not getting every damn tie-in when you put out 16 tie-ins a month.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I can't do it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. All right. Speaking of tie-ins, you got Uncanny Avengers #3, Dark X-Men #3, Jean Grey #3, and we got Predator versus Wolverine, which people have been enjoying that book.
Yes. I get all four.
Out of all four, which one do you like the most?
I've always been a fan of Uncanny Avengers. Dark X-Men, I've only read #1, and I read Jean Grey #1. I just read Predator Wolverine today. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Then we got Realm of X3. Speaking of more X-Men, Alpha Flight, X-Men adjacent book, and X-Men Days of Future Past Doomsday #4.
Getting all three of these.
All right. Then you got Marvel Unleashed #3. And over in the Star Wars universe, you got Dr. Aphra 37 and Dark Droids D Squad #2.
I got suckered by Unleashed, so I'll keep getting it. I've quit on Star Wars, but I actually picked up a few random issues for cheap of Dark Droids.
Okay.
But I got hoodwinked by Unleashed. I bought it based on the solicitation because I thought Lockjaw and the Pet Avengers were getting back together, and they are, but without Speedball's cat Niels.
Well, you'd be upset to know that they're going to bring that back, the Infinity Paws.
Yeah,
I am not joking with that one.
Speedball's cat, so I'm a little upset about it.
But why would Speedball have a cat? Wouldn't he have a more fast?
He has a cat because that's how he got his powers. Was the cat ran into the kinetic beam experiment, and Robbie Baldwin went after the cat to stop it from getting exploded, and they both got the Speedball powers.
Him and the cat?
What? Him and the cat both have Speedball powers, yes.
Okay. Interesting. Did not know that because I didn't read Speed. I had the book. I think I sent it to you, didn't I? The Speedball comic, the annual.
Probably. I'm not trying to be funny here. People send me Speedball #1 a lot. Like I have.
No, I send you the Spider-Man annual.
Oh, you did.
The Evolutionary War annual.
I get a lot.
Yeah,
I get a lot.
Well, that was part of a package that you ended up winning. I remember that much. All right.
Sounds like me.
DC Comics has 16. Not too far off from Marvel. They're usually a little modest. Marvel usually goes crazy with the numbers, but 16 is a lot of books. Starting with Alan Scott, The Green Lantern #1. What's your thoughts? Are you going to pick that up just to give it a shot?
Well, just to keep with what we've been doing. Yes, no, yes, yes. Although I'm thinking about getting off of Action Comics with Philip Kennedy Johnson leaving.
Really? So Alan Scott Green Lantern, it's part of the whole JSA books that are coming out today. This time period, not today. I'm interested. I will pick up my copy. Amazon's attacks, I feel like it's just
I'm worried I'm not going to like this Green Lantern book, but
yeah,
I'm going to give it a try. I'm an Alan Scott guy. This tattoo I'm about to show I got in the year 2001.
Let me go ahead and put a solo. There it is.
So, yeah, I'm an Alan Scott guy.
So you got to pick it up. Now, there's some really cool covers, though. I don't think this is the best cover.
Oh, I don't do variants, just cover.
Yeah. All right. Next books are, you got The Flash issue #2, Tales of the Titans, Batman, Catwoman, The Gotham War, Red Hood #2, and Green Arrow #5. Got some Howard Porter in Green Arrow. That's pretty cool.
All right. Yes, 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 yes.
Also, all 4 of them.
I have a pretty heavy pull list, Izzy.
What's your thoughts on the new Flash series with Jeremy Adams?
Love it. I love Flash. Flash is another one of my OG books.
Oh yeah,
first DC book I ever started getting.
I love Flash. Who do you like more? Do you like Wally or Barry?
Wally West.
Same.
Always. But that's because that's where I broke in at. I came in post-crisis. Wally West was my Flash for 20 years.
And he was acceptable as Flash. You know what I mean?
And I went back and bought like the whole series. I have it twice, actually. I have a double run of that volume 2 of Flash.
Yeah.
And I love the Mike Barron stuff. I feel like Mike Barron's run goes entirely unappreciated. It set up the stuff that came. Barron set the table. Mark Waid made you dinner.
Yeah, and then Jeff Johns continued from there.
And he ate the dinner.
Yeah. All right, so we got those books there. Also coming out we got Wonder Woman #2. You got Batman Brave and the Bold #6. Unstoppable Doom Patrol. That's the final issue of this series. And Harley Quinn 33.
See, the chat's even liking this. They're saying, so this one, it's pass 4. I'm doing pass, yes. Unfortunately, yes. This book's been terrible, but I
Doom
started
Patrol?
it's not good.
It started. I think it started okay.
Harley Quinn.
I like the first 2 issues of Doom Patrol. I actually do like the first 2 issues, but then it kind of like. And Harley Quinn, I haven't read Harley Quinn. I'm sick of Harley Quinn, to be completely honest. She's just one of those characters that you just.
I was sick of it a long time ago.
You throw it in my face so many times, I'm tired of it. The Wonder Woman, the Tom King storyline, she's a fugitive. It doesn't feel that original, but it's worth continuing for now. I'm more of a 3-issue kind of guy. I'm going to give it a shot for 3 issues. If I don't like it after 3 issues, I'm done. I'm not like Dirts, that he has to go 24 issues before he makes that decision.
Good advice for us all. Don't be like Durs.
Don't be like Durs.
I love Durs.
Durs is a great guy, man.
Hashtag Dursy boy.
Dursy boy. He's from Ohio.
No, that's what Legion calls him, is his Dursy boy.
All right. You got the Penguin #3, Power Girl #2, Batman Beyond Neo Gothic 4, and Steelworks #5.
Yes, 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 yes.
All 4? You like all 4?
I don't like them. Well, no, actually, I don't get Batman Beyond. The Batman tricked me. Nope, I get yes, yes, no, yes.
So we got Larry. He's passing.
Larry's smarter than I am. Though Penguin's good.
Penguin is good.
Penguin. I haven't read the first Power Girl yet. It's on the stack.
I don't think Power Girl is a book to read as much as it is for other things. That's it. That's all I got.
I love it. This should be a thing in your show now. You should do this where people tell you pass.
Yeah, pass or go. They usually do. So let's go to our next. Yeah, they usually do. All right, let's go to Image Comics. Image Comics is also 17 titles. That's a lot. It's a heavy week for comics. I will admit to that much. It's like all the comic books are coming out this week. I guarantee you next week there's going to practically be nothing. But this week you got a few comic books coming out. Universal Monsters, Dracula. You got James Tynion's the Fourth taking his take on Dracula. Are you going to give it a shot?
No.
No, really?
No.
I'm going to give it a shot. I'm gonna try it out. I personally like Dracula. I want to see.
Oh, actually, no. You know what? I did pre-order that. Never mind.
You did?
I'm wrong.
Also, you are going to give it a shot.
I was looking at Edenwood #1.
No, I was talking about Dracula. It's a Universal Monster, Dracula.
Yeah, I did that, and then I pass on the other 3.
So Edenwood, Palin of Axes, and Spawn 346. Even though Cygord is making is coming back.
That's all right.
So Evil says yes to Dracula. Of course, I'm going to say yes to Dracula. So Larry's going to pass on his indie books. Well, I don't know. Maybe the next side will change your mind because Void Rivals #5 comes out this week.
Yes, no, and I don't think I get Radiant Black anymore. No, I know I don't. I got off of that book.
Well, Radiant Black's going to have 2 books this week. It's going to have 26 and then 26.5. I don't know what's going on there. But I know Void Rivals is coming out this week, so everybody's picking it up. Even though Robert Kirkman says it's not the book of the cameo of the month. But every time I read this book, it's almost is like there is a cameo every month. And I'm okay with it.
You say his name and here he shows up.
There you go. Of course Dirts is gonna pick Gunslinger. I know
he's always big surprise.
Dirts. I want to hear Dirts say one day, "Is like I read that Spawn book and it's bad."
He never will.
He never will.
His hubris
he can't allow it to happen. All right, let's keep going. We got Ice Cream Man 37, Firepower 28. What's the furthest place from here? Number 15 and New Burn.
I'm about to admit something that even I hope Mark is gone. Check, Mark, you here? Here's something that he doesn't know I get, and I know how he feels about it. So I don't get the first book. Yes.
Well, Newburgh, I heard a lot of good stuff about Newburgh.
He talks about Firepower.
Tanner talks about Firepower too.
And I've been getting Firepower since the beginning, and it's still on my pull.
Yeah, well, Chris seems to like it. Chris, the comic vet, he.
Oh God! Now I know I'm on the wrong side of this issue.
And he also says
I got New Burn because of Chris, and
I'm
still getting it. I'm several issues behind. I'm not going to pretend I'm up to date on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every time we do the pull list show, what you got, and Newburn comes out, Chris is always singing the praises of Newburn. So, all right. So I hate Fairyland number 10, Per Evil number 3, and the Schlup number 3.
Yes, no, yes.
So you like Fairyland?
Oh yeah, I've been into it. Actually, I'm thinking I have 2 pages from the original run back when Scotty had a whole bunch of them discounted at C2E2 and maybe 2016. It
was a good opportunity to pick them up then, right?
I bought them. I bought 2 of them. They were $100 each, and I know I could flip them right now. I've been thinking about that. I usually don't sell art, but that's a
Scotty will always sell.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's
with his
if
prices being what they are. I could probably get 400 to 500 a page.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right, let's move a little quicker. We got Caprita Universal Truths #3 and The Walking Dead Deluxe 75. So, how do you feel about The Walking Dead color pages?
No,
I'm personally I like the black and white, but I understand why people want their color books.
I stopped getting Walking Dead when the original Volume 1 stopped.
Yeah. Now they've been trying to get it on a weekly basis. So I'm a big fan of the black and white. It just has a better, it feels more like a zombie comic because it's black and white. You know what I'm saying? Because when you think of zombie movies, zombie comics, it's like they're inherently black and white. Not that I'm pretty sure the reason why it was done the first time was for printing costs back in the day. But in this particular instance, I get why people are getting the color versions because it's like watching color TV versus black and white TV. I get it. I understand it. I like the black and white.
I'm just not collecting the same series over again. I have the first run. Why would I do it again?
I'm with you on that. All right. On to our other indies. We're going to go really rapid on these, but we got IDW with 8 titles, Boom Studios with 7, Dark Horse has 6, Scott has 6, Dynamite has 4, Antarctic Press has 3, and then we'll talk about the other ones pretty quickly.
All right, let's do this.
All right, and look at this. I hate that they have colored it. Yeah, I know. I'm with you, DVH, even though Dirt, he likes his color comics.
Good for him.
Yeah. All right, IDW got not Dark Spaces, Dark Spaces, Dungeon #1. You got My Little Pony, The Best of Applejack, Star Trek 13, and Star Trek Halloween #4. Those are coming out this week. Also, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Stranger Things #4, Teenage Mutant Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures #6, Bride-More #4, and Kill-More #2.
None of them.
All right, we got over at Boom Studios a new book called Slow Burn. That's an interesting title. Something's Killing the Children, issue 34 is coming out. Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, issue #10, and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 113. So, Slow Burn, that should be interesting. I'll try that.
No, yes, no.
You like Once Upon a Time?
Yeah, it's been good. I could do without all. I don't know. I'm getting it. I like it.
Cool. All right, you got Rare Flavors #4.
Yes, Alice #2.
Oh, really? Alice Never After. I read the first Alice, the first story. This is the second one. I didn't get a chance to read Never After. And it's The Expanse Dragon Tooth #6. Oh, you got Rare Flavors right there. That's the first issue, right?
Yep.
So issue 2 comes out this week.
All right. Yeah. So yes, no.
So Comic Vet says that something might happen in Something's Killing the Children.
If it hasn't happened by now, who cares?
Over at Dark Horse, you have Drive Like Hell, Giant Robot Hellboy #1, Black Hammer The End, and Lonesome Hunters The Wolf Child #4.
Nope.
I guess
none of them.
Yeah. I'm not sure about this Drive by Hell. I'll have to see it to know for sure if it's worth it for me.
Okay.
All right. And then you also have The Witcher Wild Animals and Savage Squad 6 #4. Now, over at Scott Comics is one of those companies for me that I think they have some good stuff, but because of their delays, it becomes extremely difficult whether to get a book or not from them. So I normally choose not to. But
not all for.
Yeah. So Howie the Hellhound #1, Greylock #1 is, and also they also have Mare Hollow the Shoemaker #1, 13 Origins, Zopolia. That I don't even know how to say it.
Quit trying to do this to yourself. Quicksand and Trakovi. No to all of them.
Quicksand and Trakovi #2. That cover is pretty cool with Trakovi. I like that cover.
Let's get out of here.
All right. There, Dynamite.
Dynamite, even easier to say no to all 4.
No Gargoyles, no Hades, no Negaduck, no Disney. And Starfighter, Angels of the Drift. And over at Antarctic Press, you got Tomorrow Girl #3. Actually, #3, that's not the cover. Penguin Adelaide #1 and Magazine 17 over in Antarctic. Over at Titan, you got Blip Map #1, Conan the Barbarian #4, Blade Runner 2039. You're not getting Blade Runner, are you?
None of them.
Or Conan? No Conan?
None of it.
All right. Mad Cave, Monolith 6, Under the Influence Floor. In Oni Press, you got Rick and Morty 10 and Rick and Morty Heart of Rickness number 4.
Hell no.
And then Keen Spot, you got Jungle Drama 1, Rebel Girls 2. And over in Ahoy, you got The Wrong Earth, We Could Be Heroes, and Black Myth, The Key to His Heart.
Nope.
And apparently, Whatnot Publishing, Massive, and Summer Area are all part of one company. I found that out. So
I get plot holes.
Plot holes. Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer is done by a local here, so I like to support that one. Quested the Four Henches Adventures number 1 and Blackout Bombshells number 2. And you got Distillery. What's your thought on Distillery?
No.
Yeah. Gone number 1. The Money Shot Comes Again number 5.
No.
And Wonderland Annual Out of Time number 1 and Ribbon Queen over at AWA. Every time I see AWA, I just think of the wrestling organization.
Yeah.
So, right. And finally, our last list here from Ablaze, The Prism number 1. Broadsword Tarot, Witch of the Black Rose 142. Bad Girl Ashcan. They said that was coming, but I don't know. It hasn't come yet. And you got Aardvark with Wild Pigs, Porky Inbred Gunsack number 1. Those are the books for this week.
God, why do you do so many?
That's what this is. It's the pull list.
I guess
we're gonna do the giveaway or what?
Let's do a giveaway.
Let's do a giveaway. All right, so we're going to do our giveaway now. Let me go ahead and show you guys what's the giveaway for today one more time. So let's turn this off for a second. We're going to do, Captain Marvel. We got the Skrull variant, so this is Captain Marvel 38. We're going to also do Crypt of Shadows number 1 with Man-Thing in the cover. You guys love that Man-Thing, and you got some X-23 there. You got Moon Knight issue 25. The Werewolf by Night cover, because it's Halloween season. And if you are a channel member or you leave a super chat of any size, it will qualify you for the C3 Unnatural Orders edition signed by Matt Wilson. Those are your books for this week. You guys know what's the hashtag already. We already have 7 entries. So let's go ahead and take a look at that screen. Make sure we could do it there. And hashtag Izzyverse NYC. Get your there you go. They're coming in now. We got 10 entries. I feel like there should be more.
Should be.
Right? There's a whole bunch.
Now I'm gonna make sure I spelled it right.
Well, make sure you got that NYC in there. All right, we got 13 entries. All right, I'm giving everybody their opportunity there. So which one you're interested in? You're interested in the Moon Knight, right?
Yeah.
That is a pretty sick cover.
There we go.
We got 14 entries right now. All right, Las Cruces is in. Let's see here. I'm seeing them coming in, and it looks like we're still at 14. Thanks for a giveaway, Izzy. Yeah, comment back. I got you a piece coming to you pretty soon.
We're up to 16.
We're up to 16. It's 21 people watching right now, so 18 now. Oh, we got Squishy Potato. He came out of nowhere. Jomo, what's going on, Jomo? How you doing?
All right, hit it, man.
All right, let's do this. And the winner is, let's see here.
Backer. Oh, I won't win now. They showed me already. Comic Cat Collectibles.
Comic Cats Collectible. Congratulations. You have won the piece. All right. That was cool. Beckerman, it was a blast, man. Thank you for stopping by. We got to do this again sometime. We're gonna do.
Sorry for my rant on spec books.
Yeah, no worries about it. That's the whole point about that's That's the fun thing about this show. Well, next week we're gonna do this again. We might have a guest. We might have Josh. Well, who knows what will be? But guys, thank you all for watching the Izzyverse. If you go right now to Scotty Vaughn's channel, you get to see him talk to Lady Fantastic. So you head on over there. We'll see you next time. Where can they find you, Beckerman?
I'm over at the Comic Viking, my buddy Alan's channel. We do a show called The Hucklebuck every week.
Go check it out. I always check it out when I'm at work. When I'm at work, that's like nice in the morning, nice and soothing for some reason. I don't know why.
More huck for your buck.
There you go. Okay, guys. Until next time, Excelsior.